welcome back to Karagor Studios Remnant Lunar Archon Session 26. Here we go. We're starting a bit late today. Hopefully we'll get some session going and this recording will be fine, but it'll probably be a shorter session today. Hanging out, doing a few things. Probably not a super major session, but now that I've said that, that encourages people to leave, which is a mistake. Darn, maybe I should redo it. Or it'd be funnier if I just left this in.
Hi.
Hi, I'm committed.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show. I'm committed. Let's see. What happened?
I'm Thicket.
Hello, Thicket. I'm Micah.
I live in the forest.
You live in the forest. You did. You don't really anymore. You did live in the forest. So I guess you could live in any forest you want to. Like, you're still wild enough, Cat. If you just left the party and went into a forest, you'd probably be fine. In fact, even more so now with being a druid and all. But yes, we're back in the New York groove. Previously on Remnant Lunar Archon, the party finished up the intense large fight. Let me swap over from DMCA free lo-fi into casual D.
Say the session number.
It's session 26.
Okay.
26
I don't know
session.
if you said it earlier.
I don't remember either. I might have said it wrong. I feel like I said 25, but now I'm clarifying. It's session 26. That's what the image says.
No, you said 26.
Oh, cool.
No, you said 26. I remember because I realized if we don't fight, then that means we're going to get 26 times whatever it is XP.
Yeah, 2,600 XP. Depending on how things go and whether or not I decide to limit it a little bit, or, whatever. Not too worried. This isn't a super granular game. If y'all level up, quote unquote, too fast, I will just make the enemies stronger. But honestly, past like level 12, in my opinion, the difference between like level 12 and 14 is whether or not the big bad evil guy has 2 extra knights with them or not.
Or just a lot of rats.
Or many rats. That's also true. Well, now I need to make like a CR14 swarm of devil rats and just let that be part of the campaign.
Of unusual size.
Yes, they're extremely small.
Ah!
Rats of unusual size. They're not extra big, they're extremely small. Like twice the size of ants, but there are trillions of them.
Have you guys seen what like an actual rat king is like?
I don't understand.
It's when
No.
rat kings are like a real thing. It's when a whole bunch of rats get their tails stuck together and they just become like a blob of rats.
That's terrifying.
Yep.
But yeah, back to things. Y'all fought against the woman y'all now know to be Yori. Asuka Yori, but because she's Asian inspired, call her by her last name. Probably. Unless y'all choose not to, whatever. Y'all fought Yori. Had a good time. Ended up chilling, and she decided to leave y'all her money and tested out the magic item, the Amulet of Restoration. Found that it didn't work on her. She was disappointed. Y'all talked for a minute. She said, if you ever want to hang out, got something to do, hit me up in Vacuo. Probably talk, like, you can find me by talking to people at the Hain Institute. And then she left. And the party was exhausted, and everyone, like the players, were also kind of exhausted. And it was the end of the session, so we quickly escorted the still living members of the Black Market deal that aren't Yori back to the police station, and the party went and crashed. At that point, it was like 2 a.m. And then the party took a long rest. I believe I've already long rested everyone. If I wanted to, I could do it again, since you'll get back all of your HP. Okay. But it is now 11 a.m. Wednesday, the 22nd of March. There are 2 days left before Garan Erosion Hour. Single tier.
Too soon. Soon. No, many tiers.
So what I just heard is we have to finish this in 2 days.
Yeah, you have to beat the whole campaign in 2 days before Garand is no longer able to make his weapons do acid damage.
All right, guys, speedrun time.
Let's go.
Let's go find rats. We need to
Yeah.
level up.
Is there like a star somewhere close by?
You got a no clip actually through the guards, and when it collides, it'll force you down underneath them, which will put you through the floor, giving you into a no clip, and you can just move straight into the divine vault and then see what happens from.
Do we have a cheat code like up, down, left, right to like get level 99?
Unfortunately, no, I didn't add one of those into. You'll have to probably either speedrun strats against, like, go find the biggest enemy and cheat them for extra XP. Like maybe go after a giant lightning giraffe. Try not to die. Good luck. And then
Let's
see
just
if
ask. Let's just
You know,
ask
I would just
Uldrafell for extra XP.
I'm
sure he's got, like, a whole vault of it.
Definitely knows what XP is. That's definitely something characters in the campaign are aware of. Totally.
Or just be OP with like the biggest and baddest artifacts, weapons, armor.
It's true, but the thing is, you have to know somebody who's played the game so that you know where to go find those big ones. And y'all kind of don't. So that puts a damper on the plans, unfortunately.
Is there a spell that says "come to me"?
You can cast command on a person, but it doesn't really work on items.
What's the cleric divine thing?
Which one?
Where you can like just
Divine intervention?
Yes, divine
Yeah,
intervention.
just cheese your way until Cedar gets to level 10, and then in less than 2 days get lucky enough on one of those 2 days to roll a 1d100 and get a 10 or less to ask
Let's
the
just
divine.
go find a whole bunch of clerics.
Just ask. Yeah, just get
Someone will
clerics.
get
it. Have everyone just start casting like commune and contact other plane until someone finds out where magic items are, and then get to them.
Honestly, that would be like a kind of good like enemy type of thing, like just a group of clerics that all have like a bunch of gods on their side.
Oh yeah, an anti-pantheon. Like, I've heard of people that have tried to play like God of War style campaigns where you actually go around fighting gods, and it's like you have to start those like level 15, and then you're fighting like the archpriests of these gods and trying not to. It's a dangerous decision. Yes, you all wake up groggy but alive, having secured one of your inventory, I don't remember whose, one of your inventory, the Amulet of Restoration. And Maverick has a pouch of 30 platinum pieces, which is only one more platinum piece than Iran. What would you like to do?
Is it shopping time?
That's the question, isn't it? What would you like to do? Do you want to go shopping? Do y'all want to head back to the police station? They did ask that if you could come back the next day to basically explain and like fill out a report what happened, but whatever you want to do. If y'all want to try to avoid the police at all costs and just let them deal with it, you technically could try to do that. I don't know if it'll work.
Gambit will not go to the police station.
If we end up purchasing that portable hull, then let me know and I'll chip in. Otherwise, everything else looked useful, but being that we we're not exactly rolling in the funds. It's got to be more, I believe, specific. Just my personal thoughts on the matter. So I can go file the report so that the messengers are on good standing, so that hopefully everything will resolve itself well, and then I will meet you
Either that or
back
I
at
can,
the shop.
Maverick says. So I don't really have anything I want to get from Waltz. I mean, I'll pitch in too for the portable hole, but good. Honestly.
That is so good. That is so good, Micah.
Thanks. I try. Not a VA or anything, but I definitely do my best. Yeah, but like if y'all want to go, I don't mind filling out the paperwork and stuff and letting them know what happened last night. Do we want to tell them about Yori? Or just say that the person buying it got away?
Are we sure that we don't all need to go to the police station? What if they like need us all to sign something individually?
That's a good point.
I am not signing anything for the police.
I have heard that people who don't live in the forest are very insistent on like paperwork.
Wouldn't know.
But I don't know how this all is going to work.
They might request like. Does this sound accurate to you? Does this, they might ask something like of that along that means, but that could be just they could bring someone or a runner, and while we're eating lunch or something, just you look over the paperwork, or just sign it if you feel like it. I don't know, but
That could work. I could go get the paperwork. And see if I can like get it and come to y'all and tell them what happened and then or y'all can come.
Well, I mean, don't you actually need like witnesses? So at least 2 of us should just go and fill out the paperwork. Like
That's
they don't
fair.
need body.
I can go.
We could
I
just
want
stick
my
with
milk.
the original plan and let Maverick and Garan go, and then if they really need all of us, they could just send someone to get us.
That or I can go. I mean, I'm not really interested in either except getting my milk.
Okay, then I guess Cedar and Maverick will go.
If that's what you
Garan
want
is
to
good
do.
at talking to people.
That's true. What do y'all want to do as players? Do y'all want to have Garan go along with, or do you want to send the currently NPCs to go meet the police?
I don't know how meta you want to get. So, were you trying to keep
I was trying to
everyone
give you
together
an
so that you didn't have
option.
to have 2 separate things?
Trying to give you an option. Y'all can go together to, like, if y'all wanted all to go to police and then all go to Waltz, you could if you wanted to go to Waltz first and then hopefully go to the police afterward. Who knows? Maybe someone will come get you beforehand. Maybe they won't. If you want to send a couple people there, be it players or otherwise, I'm fine with whatever option. I just wanted to give you all the opportunity to cover that and not have to worry.
Gambit is not going to the police, and that is not negotiable.
So he might hang outside if y'all do.
Yeah.
Lori does not want to make the decision for the entire party.
Let's see.
Well,
There should be a vote system.
I don't personally like have a preference or anything. I don't know, I'm throwing out options.
I mean, I feel like there's no wrong way. It's just,
yeah.
Well, if we go to the guards, then they might have insight or more information on the smuggling that's going on, or like hearsay. Or if we like leave it up to the NPCs, then we won't really have privy to that information or could find it elsewhere. So it doesn't really matter per se.
Oh, right. Jack's not in it yet. And also, oh, dang. Well, fortunately, I can't make use out of Fantasy Grounds' in-house voting system at the moment because it occurs to me that not everyone can. No.
That's like the box is just 3 circles.
Yeah,
They're
you
blank.
click on one.
Are they not labeled?
I don't think I'm allowed to vote. Yeah, you just click on them and you can.
But like you didn't tell us what they were representative of.
Yes for NPCs to go, no for Garon/full.
Oh, like check mark and X. Ah.
Yes.
I don't know how to do it. It's not letting me. But
Then no worries. Besides, there's
okay,
people that wouldn't be
so-
able to do it.
So Garon thinks that Thicket is the best to pick up on any inconsistencies or anything that like maybe might pick up on someone who's trying to like get more information about us than they are the actual crime, stuff like that. So he
I love
looks at it
this.
as like Thicket has become like his
Garon is like Thicket notices things and Thicket's
detective.
like Garon can talk to people.
It's awesome. Like I feel like they're like partners or like detectives. You know, it's like they need each other to do a good job.
So, do we just want to like all
It'll be
go?
good cop, silent cop.
We just want to like all go, and then I can hang out outside with Gambit like 100 feet away. The door. And then
Sure.
go to Waltz after.
That
Yeah,
works.
Because I know we wanted to see if they had like any bounties or anything.
Yeah. Yeah, that's I think that's the right idea. Good job, Maverick.
I do what I can. Mike is gonna check and see if who y'all left alive because I don't remember.
The 2 mooks, like everybody else that had
One ran away.
something special to them, they made it, but no.
See, so a couple of them
It was
did
like-
He tried.
survive.
It was
I
like
think
the
y'all had
dwarf
4.
and
I think there were 4 left alive. Black market deal encounter.
There
So
was at least one death and one person who just ran away.
the dwarf and the halfling were both alive. I think y'all left the mage alive. Killed one of the spies. Well, spies is their stat block, and then the other one escaped. So I think that means y'all have 3 people.
that sounds right.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Did he really escape? I don't remember that. I thought we got him like
Oh right, no, yeah, y'all
before he
killed.
left.
Died.
Like he was running and
He was shot
Yeah.
with
Oh,
magic missiles. That was it.
oh.
yeah.
Thicket didn't see it.
So did,
Thicket didn't witness the death personally.
Thicket doesn't know.
He was still inside.
did Yuri not disclose any like or they don't know about Yuri, correct?
They do not. Well, took the 3 living and pulled the 2 dead, I believe. At least pulled.
Yeah, I think in order to protect Yori's anonymity, it might be best to say that they sought the item in question, but then apparently left it behind, which is why we were able to turn it in. Now that doesn't really track well We do need to figure out that's a
it could just,
hole.
it
We
could
could
just
say that we heard them planning a deal and we just stopped
ambushed.
it before the other person got there, like the buyer. The
Well,
buyer ran off before we met them or anything.
That's certainly possible. In fact, it might be better to. They were complaining about their buyer being late, and so perhaps their buyer changed their mind. Now, see, that's what you call creative truth telling, because the buyer did change their mind. They did not need the items,
Yeah.
so we're actually telling the truth, albeit in a roundabout sort of circumvent way. So, yes, they were complaining about the buyer not showing up, so perhaps the buyer changed their mind, but we could not let them get away. It was evident that they were the guilty parties, and so we did not let them abscond with the item, and instead have brought them to justice. So, excellent. Well done.
What if the criminals testify against that though?
That's a good
Well,
point.
clearly they're lying. I mean, they're criminals. Why would you trust them?
That is true.
Aside from high-level magic, which honestly that requires a lot of paperwork, I don't imagine that it will get to that point. Now, it is possible. It is something that could come back to get us, but honestly, we might not even be here when that happens. So, if we play this right, and we bring the focus back on how we want to stop the smuggling operation, then they'll just look at it as a neat and tidy case, resolved, and then they'll want to move along. So,
Now that I'm thinking about it, they might actually have a standard practice or something of using a truth spell. So we could just tell them exactly what happened and just not say her name and just be like, yeah, she wanted to buy it and then she tried it and it didn't work, so she just left.
I don't think that would go as well.
She did say she was
I don't
planning
know.
on buying it legally before it was stolen. I don't really understand why they would have an interest in her, being as she's not the one who stole it. She was just wanted to buy it in any way that she could.
The fact that she would be willing to purchase, but being willing to purchase illegally acquired goods means that she's at least a person of interest. Now, to what degree they care, I don't know, but typically you don't want to encourage the idea that it's okay to just buy stolen goods and you'll get away with it. So if instead well, we are in a pickle, and I know that you like the more direct route.
I'm just worried about us getting all jumbled up in a fake story if they do a truth spell. That's my only concern. Our whole story before was a good idea, but what if they do a truth spell?
Well, again, the interesting thing about a truth spell, unless there's also some other compulsion, going on, which, I mean, again, we turned in criminals, we brought back the item. I really don't think it will go there. It could. You're not wrong, but it's so highly unlikely. But the point is, when these things sort of come about, they unfortunately people get tired of their jobs, even if they really like their job. From time to time, they want to take a break, or they want an easy day, or maybe they got in a fight with their wife that morning, and so they come into work and they're not thinking about how much paperwork they want to do. Being able to count on the fact that people generally want to trust, and when it comes to something of a truth spell, you can tell the truth without telling every single fact of the truth. So by saying they were complaining about the tardiness, because, they did. Granted, it was only a minute, but they were impatient. They probably were scared of getting caught. But they did complain about that. That's true. And then saying, so perhaps this other person changed their mind, did not need the item after all. That's also true. So you can tell the truth without always having to say all the truth, everything about it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
I have to make a deception check to not let my face just be completely amazed that I was able to make sense to Thicket. I was like, what? The cat got it! Hooray!
I explained my less than legal idea to him. It went through.
It appreciates thorough explanations.
It's true. Right, so as you approach the police office, basically guard station, you don't see anyone immediately standing outside. Upon stepping inside, everyone except for Gambit and Maverick, as fighting with Gambit's wishes, they are hanging out a bit away. Is that fine with you, Gambit?
A lot of it away.
I'm a wanted criminal.
Here you are. Stepping away.
Stealth mode.
The other four can go inside. You are pulled away by a guard at the reception, a few other people standing around, seeming to be here, seemingly with paperwork or something, as you do see a couple of people waiting. After not terribly long, after 2 or 3 minutes, you see a guard that you hadn't seen before. Actually, wait, no, you had seen before. You've actually met this guard. Let me see if I've got a note.
We know people.
Don't. It is the same guard that interrogated you after you left a dead body in a cart.
Ah.
Notes. Do I have? Rather, do they have a name?
Jeremy. That is his name. Jeremy.
Adam. As you go in, Adam comes out to meet you.
Adam.
You all again. Were you the ones that brought in the criminals last night? That's what I'm told.
Yes.
All right,
Oh yes, hello. Good day again, Adam. Yes.
Pleasure. Don't mind coming back with me for a minute. He leads you back through the rooms to one of the same type of interrogation rooms. Sits down at the table. There are a few other chairs around. I just want to ask basic questions. Make sure we all understand everything. What all happened last night? I know it was everyone was tired. It was a fairly quick one. What happened? Please explain.
Well, we had been looking into some possible magic items to help us travel where, you may have heard of us, before, or now, as we've been here in the town, you may, know a bit more.
Yes, I've kept an eye on you.
But our our goals are to help the region and prosperity and all. And while we just wanted to go shopping, we found out that unfortunately one of your citizens had been robbed. So we went about trying to find as much information as we could to try to see if we could locate a buyer or seller or something. And we were fortunate enough to come across these men, as well as the two that had fallen. They were waiting for the buyer. They began to complain about tardiness, and for whatever reason or another, I guess the buyer decided to change their mind, because they didn't come, but we, wanted to, take care of it, right? So,
He is writing all this down.
we took
Or at least
them out,
writing
and
Mhm.
and so once we had either apprehended or incapacitated or otherwise the villainous curs, we brought them back as quickly as possible so that we could get some rest. So, it's more or less cut and dry. It is regrettable that two fell. It was not the intention to do that, but I suppose if you put yourself in a nasty, risky business, you might find yourself the victim of the end of it.
That's fair.
I changed into a bear.
He stops and looks at you a second. I'm going to choose not to worry about that.
Okay.
How did the two that you killed die?
Well, it a bit of bad luck, actually. I'm still learning some of my abilities, and in the process of trying to incapacitate one, my power got away from me, and I overdid it, unfortunately. So that was again problematic. So I worked harder to control it, and no one else died from that. But then one was trying to run away, and we tried to stop him as well. But unfortunately, he had just taken too much damage by that point, I guess, and he just could not survive the next attack, and it just hurt him too badly. So,
Good. And you said
he
buyer
had
never
many
showed up.
opportunities to. Oh, I'm sorry if I said that. That was more of a misspeaking. It meant more like it seemed that everything was playing out as it should. So it's like, okay, well, we need to stop them, and if this buyer is coming, then we'll stop them as well. And so that's more what I meant.
To be clear, you're saying, did a buyer show up, or did you stop them before a buyer?
I love that. Like you caught me on my error. I love it. Well, if they had, clearly we would have done something, right? So.
But did they? Because I've got, according to
They changed their minds.
according to the criminals that were there was a buyer that showed up. They didn't know what happened.
Of course, they would say that. Of course, they would say that. They don't. They want to try to take someone else down.
Said it was a.
It was so funny because I was like, wait, did I just say that? I was like, I don't know, maybe, I don't know. We'll find out because we messed up with the dead bodies coming, or with the dead body coming into town. So I was like, if I did mess up, I'll find out.
They said there was a.
Right.
They said there was a tiefling there, and none of you are tieflings.
Maybe they have an axe to grind with someone. Maybe they're mad. I don't know, but
I did change into a bear. Maybe that was it.
It doesn't change anything. I would like for Garon to roll 2 persuasion checks.
All right.
Unfortunately, Thicket's aid will not give him advantage, as it wasn't
Okay.
terribly helpful, in my opinion.
He's trying his best, but
He is
he's
trying.
It
very
helped
bad
me.
at
It
lying.
helped me a lot. It helped me a lot. So it helped me. I feel better.
It helped Chris feel better. Good.
You want a
Okay.
persuasion
And a persuasion.
and a deception, or 2 persuasions?
Persuasion and deception. So that's the persuasion and deception.
Hilarious.
Oh,
So
poor
you'd be willing to, in court, if it comes up, testify that there was no one else there? There was no buyer that showed up?
Does it matter that I turned into a wolf too?
No.
Okay. And I also changed into a spider.
So awesome. I mean, if you're asking if I'm willing to testify against those miscreants who stole, yes, I'm absolutely willing to testify against them. I don't know where they want to create extra problems for anyone, but clearly, I mean, it's more paperwork, it's more effort, it's more energy, and who knows who they really are trying to blame. I mean, the item is returned. I don't understand what the issue might be. I don't know why they would make that up.
Neither do I.
Criminals have a very strange, foggy mind. I don't always get where they're coming from, but that's neither here nor there. Now,
Adam,
yes, if you need to call on me, I will absolutely be there.
Adam leans back, takes off his glasses, and rubs his temple. All right. Keep this simple. I was requested by Lord Davishi. Play nice with you all after our last meeting. So while I feel like there's something you're not telling me, there were outstanding warrants against 2 of these people. You let someone go, I'm going to assume you had a reason and not worry about it. Do
Are
we?
you sure it doesn't matter that I changed into a bear? That's a pretty big thing.
You're a druid. I'm impressed. I mean, you're a cat. That's even more impressive in my opinion. But it's completely irrelevant to this case.
Okay.
Next thing you're going to tell me someone attacked with a fiery spear or something, and that wouldn't make much of a difference either.
Well, I do have a fiery sword, but I didn't use it this time.
Good to know. If there is any arson, I'll have to think of you first. That was a joke. Let's see. Given all that, thank you. Can I get your signature? Who is the head of your party?
Yeah, that's mine. I'll sign, and I will as
Right. We'll take the
necessary.
responsibility for the
stand-
messengers should this come up.
Absolutely.
He will turn the documents around and lean them and show them to you with a clear line at the bottom for effectively a. He's been writing down what you say, so you're welcome to look over. Effectively, been writing down your entire statement, and it's basically my name, admit that this is accurate to what I said.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
my wording wasn't the problem, and then when I messed up myself.
No, you're good. You didn't say it either. But he has already been told by the criminals that there was someone else there, so he was like, "Can I get you to confirm that there was someone else there or not?" That could be a problem, but he's deciding to look the other way. But it does not say on the sheet that you said that there was anyone else.
I
there.
definitely tried to obfuscate. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. As you sign. All right. I believe you asked about a reward last night. There was an outstanding
if there
warrant.
is anything for, yeah, we'd love to look at all your outstanding warrants too, because if there's any more ne'er-do-wells or criminals, we'd like to know so that we might keep an eye out for them.
I can gather some up for you if you'd like by the end of the day. If you can come back later on. For these two, the two that have outstanding warrants on them, the reward for their capture or return, specifically a 30 gold reward for the dwarf. He's been suspected in multiple smuggling operations, and so having a clear, definitive answer for him is good for us, as well as the illusionist. Aware of them for some time, and as you were told when you entered the city, enchantment magic is highly illegal here. Anything that takes away a person's will is something heavily frowned upon in Schist and in large parts of Akuo. So, a total of 50 gold pieces turned over to you. If you don't mind waiting.
I would assume we don't get rewarded for the two we accidentally killed.
No. So we can't question them. And though the
That makes
halfling
sense.
is feisty and is still guilty in this, there's no outstanding reward for their capture. We simply, as the guard station, appreciate the aids of citizens like yourselves in aiding in their capture.
Excellent. Yes, I look forward to coming back and seeing any other outstanding warrants you might have.
Of course.
Thank you again, Adam. And I apologize for any confusion or headaches I may have caused. It was certainly not my intention. I merely wanted to provide ample opportunity to have a resolved case.
He puts the glass back on and looks to you. As long as everything is resolved. He gets up and heads out the door, leaving you all to wait at the secretary's office, where after a few minutes, he does return with a pouch in his hand. 50 gold.
Thank you, sir. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you again this afternoon.
Perfect. You all leave. Presumably Gambit and Maverick come up. So how'd it go?
Well, I screwed up.
Really? What happened?
But not badly,
I
though.
got
Are you
psyched
arrested?
out.
Did you kill the guard captain?
No. I had a slip of the tongue. I don't even know how that happened. I think honestly I was just so flawed that I was able to properly explain myself to Thicket. It was nice and delightful, and I clearly was confused by the whole situation because I just absolutely lost my mind and I said something absolutely silly and got myself in all sorts of a pickle. Now, everything turned out though. We've got some money to share and some party funds, so that will help hopefully offset some of the cost if we get that portable hull. Otherwise, yeah, we're good.
Should
also,
I argue with
and
you
then I'm
more
leaning
so
closer
that
to
you're
him.
better at talking?
We'll have to look into that. That might be a requirement. I don't know, but I'm glad it turned out either way. And I do apologize. I don't know what came over me, quite frankly. Now, Gambit, I do want to let you know that I'm going to go back this afternoon, and they are actually going to give to me their list of outstanding warrants. So we'll know if they are looking for any version of you. So.
Thicket uses produce flame and makes a little fire kitten. It's the first time that the party has seen it, and hands it to Garon and says, "This is your comfort kitten," and then pats him on the arm.
It won't burn me.
No, it's completely harmless.
Well, it's adorable, and thank you.
Speaking of party funds, as Maverick pulls out the pouch, I believe, if my count is right, that there were 24 platinum pieces that we got from the other.
Odd, as our mysterious non-arriving friend said she paid 30.
Did she? Let me double check. It counts through again quickly. No, you're right. I miscounted. It's 30. For Ethan's sake, I had to at least try, you know?
That's funny.
Right, as he hands it out, I assume you're also divvying up the 55 gold, or the 50 gold?
Yeah, so it'd be 6 gold and 5 platinum for each player, right? Because 6 divided by 6, we have 6 players.
Oh,
And then there's 2 party.
9
party
gold
gold.
and 5 platinum, because there were also 5 gold that were already in the party. Or were you trying to keep some for a party fund?
No. So I thought we got 50 gold total. Were you saying 50 plus the 30? Okay. I
Yeah, you
misunderstood
got
what
50 gold from
saying then.
the
Elise.
from the police for the warrants, and then she had 30 platinum that y'all got. So everyone's getting 5 platinum and 9 gold.
13 gold. 13. If it's 80. It's 13 and 2 remaining.
Nah, it was 20 and 30 was what you got from the police.
Oh.
A total of 50.
Okay. I'm very confused, but I'll just trust you. All right,
good.
so 9 gold and 5
platinum. Effectively 59 gold a person.
It should have already been added, right?
Yes. Yes. It should be auto added here.
Yeah, it looks like it. Yep.
Gambit was really quiet when we hung out here. Do you spook easily? He looks over.
Oh.
Huh?
I'm scared of the police.
Right, because, yeah.
Do you spook easily?
Yes. But also no.
Oh.
Depends on if there's a dragon involved.
Oh. You're scared of dragons?
I don't know. Yes,
Huh.
but also no.
But aren't you a dragon? So, kind of. So, like, part dragon? You have dragon in your blood,
Yeah,
so are
we
you
do
scared
have
of your
do have-
scales? So?
Looks to the screen, the camera. All who are wise fear themselves.
Oh.
Sorry, what? I zoned out for a second. Are we gonna go to
I
Waltz?
don't spook easily.
Well, that's good. Is that because you lived in a forest with bears,
Yes, and
tigers,
I can see things very
and
well.
lions? Hi.
I am good at noticing things before they sneak up on me.
Oh. Think Gambit could sneak up on you?
I don't know.
Gambit, do you think you could sneak up on him?
Probably, but it depends. I can't do it now that he's expecting it.
So, like, you could scare him later.
Yeah. I'll try to sneak up on Thicket when he's forgotten about this conversation.
I do
Thicket,
have
how long is your
claws.
memory? What?
I do have claws. I just want to remind you.
Right. I will do it from a distance.
No, noted. What was the question? I forgot.
How? Oh, okay. And never mind. It wasn't important.
Okay. We have money now. I want to go buy the portable hole.
Okay, let's go buy the portable hole.
To the portable hole. You all make your way to Waltz as you see the... I believe Elven Man. Let me double check my notes. That is Walt. I think he's no. That is Walt. He is. He's a half-elf. You see the auburn-haired half-elf look to you. Ah, you're back. Did everything go well? Do you have the amulet?
We do.
Wonderful. May I have it?
I forget who has it. Is it
Certainly.
Cedar?
Gambit
I think it might
has
have
it.
I do.
Cedar.
Here
Okay.
it
Remove
is.
it. He takes it. He double checks it, looking over. No nicks or scratches. Wonderful. Magic items do tend to be fairly resilient, so I'm not terribly surprised, but it's always worth making sure as he looks in the back. Seems to be in order. Let me just double check as he pulls out a small pearl, looks over the item for a minute, and you see his eyes flash with a very light white light for a moment. Ah, yes, it's exactly as intended. Though it does seem to be slightly drained, I guess it was used by whoever stole it. But regardless, the magic will simply return very. Thank you all very much for retrieving this for me. He goes over to the mannequin with the empty spot and flicks the bracelet onto it. The necklace onto it. And I will recast the alarm and very soon. Yes. What can I do for you all? I believe I promised a 15%.
It may.
Yes.
Yeah, I just want. It may comfort you to know that the assailants who dared to steal from you, have been turned in to the proper authorities, and a few of them were so bold and brazen that it did cost them their lives. So, you should not have to worry for quite some time for anyone trying to come your way, knowing that.
I do not
Hope
revel
that
in
encourages
death,
you.
but I am glad that those were brought to justice. But yes, on a lighter note, I believe I promised you all a 15% discount. So please, take a look around. What can I get for you?
Do you still have the portable hull?
That I do.
Awesome. Do you have books?
I have some spell scrolls. If you're just looking for like a notebook or somewhere in the Emerald Plaza, I don't have any spell books or anything. I mean, I guess I have some inks and things you could make or find a spell book if you wish to make your own, though I don't have any pre-made.
I was more just looking for like reading books. I already looked at the library or the bookstore.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't tend to work in those unless they're of magical quality, but magical books tend to be a fairly rare occurrence.
Mm.
You said you're buying the portable hole. Is that was decided on?
Yes, I would like to remind me how much it is with the discount
with
now.
the discount, that will be. He does some quick math, seeming to, almost like he's writing in the air. 544 gold.
Now, others may buy individual items, but yes, this is definitely something that we're going to get. So, you did still say it is 15 for everything that we get at the time?
Yes, 15% for everything we get today.
Delightful. Thank you very much for the generosity.
I'm happy to help. Anyone who aids me is a friend.
Looking at the money, this is just like out of character stuff now.
How will you be paying?
With Cedar's not here to offer up money, so do we know if
Let me check.
Abby was okay with that or not? Because honestly, it's actually going to be mostly me, Thicket, and Doug. If Cedar doesn't, it's gonna be us. So.
Thicket's starting contribution is 100. If he needs to go higher,
She
he
said
can.
she only cares about the milk, so I think okay with aiding in the. If not, then she will be magically potentially. Maybe. If y'all don't want to touch her funds, you can. Also, I'm going to go ahead and have her purchase her Enter of Endless Milk for 85 gold on her.
Did you happen to send me screenshots of Gambit stuff?
I did
Can
not
look at
send
yours right now.
Okay, how much money do I have?
I'm waiting for it to load.
Mm-hmm.
Show me Gambit.
more than when you started the session.
Yep.
Do you have hold of Gambit, Micah? He's not showing up in the character wizard.
Someone does. I don't know who though. Abby last time it was. I can go ahead and clear the owner.
Release Gambit.
Yes, but Gambit has some money. Peter has now bought a literal decanter of endless water, but just milk.
Milk.
But just milk. It's a decanter of endless milk.
Mm-hmm.
So she now has a 2-pound bottle of infinite milk.
Okay.
I feel like we're just gonna
Gambit has
like you're gonna wake up someday in the game, just gonna be drunk on milk.
59 gold pieces.
And 5
Okay.
platinum.
5 platinum. So that's 100 gold pieces, technically. And then 143 silver and 450 copper.
Would you like for me to break all your money down into just gold pieces?
Yes, please. Should we just split then the whole in the even ways of our party, or should we scale it based off of how much money we have?
We can't divide it evenly because the math on that actually is 130 something.
Okay.
So yeah, we can't unfortunately do it evenly because also apparently Maverick doesn't have money either. So
I have some,
Okay,
but
we'll
I'd like
throw
to
in
use it
200 now.
I would like to use it on a project I'm working.
Okay. I'll donate 75 gold-ish. I don't know. 75 to 100 gold. I'll put in 75, but if we need to go we need to go higher, then that's fine.
you go
Yo.
64. If you go 64, and then Cedar, Doug, or Thicket, and myself
has
all do
117.
120.
Okay. Oh, I have 117 gold.
So,
Yep.
Okay. I'll do 64, I guess.
All right, and Cedar's doing 120.
Yeah, so if you do 64, and then the rest of us each Cedar, Doug, myself, and Thicket each do 120, then that'll get it. So Maverick is the only one not putting in money, but I think that means that maybe we'll have to figure out something about that.
Yeah, he is working on something that will hopefully help.
We're trying to help
all,
the party,
but...
so. Oh well, then hooray for secret mad scientist projects.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Me and him have been DMing each other over what he's making and how it'll work out.
All right, so I'm putting in my 120.
Yep, and I am editing Cedar's right now. Just the rest of you are able to edit your own.
Except me.
20.
Yes. I've done Gambits, I've done Cedars. Perfect.
There
and whose
go.
inventory is the portable hold going in?
I was gonna say we should decide as a party who should hold it, but I think that it should be someone with high wisdom just so that it doesn't get stolen. Like I'm not like trying to nominate myself, but also like I think it should be me or Cedar.
No, I understand. I agree.
Cedar is probably going to be lost forever to milk, a crippling milk addiction. So
It's true.
even though you're a cat and you might be like, I want to play in it, I think that's still slightly better because I don't know how she's going down a watery white road.
Also, it makes sense for a 2-foot, 3-foot cat to hold it.
Hold up, potentially 6-foot diameter sheet.
Well, it's folded up.
That's true. It folds up to basically be a handkerchief. You could technically try to wear a portable hole as an ascot, but it's weird, so maybe you could do it.
I'm envisioning the whole like handkerchief on a stick thing.
Aw, but it's got everything your party owns in it.
Yeah.
Also,
I've thrown the portable hole into your inventory. Congratulations, y'all just spent a boatload of money.
Epic.
Like enough money to buy a small boat.
something to note is the necklace of adaption will allow someone to breathe in there indefinitely.
It's true, because I think it... Does it make it where you don't have to breathe?
Yeah, like you survive in any environment.
That's true. That is a combo I didn't see coming.
So if we want to pitch up the extra to have someone permanently in the hole for like some kind of ambush, we could.
We could put it on our donkey and then with all the cart and put everything in there, and then this way, whenever we need water or food or whatever, we just take it out, and then if we actually come across a horde, then the donkey can carry everything all over again, and the donkey will always be like rested.
That's true.
Though, you just have to pull the donkey out and feed. And there's also the
Not a
question
big
of
deal.
whether
When
or
we
not
eat, we take it, we feed him.
You double check the dimensions of the hole.
That sounds very cruel to the donkey.
The 10-foot deep, 6-foot wide, or 6-foot diameter. Does seem a little cruel to the. It also barely able to fit long wise, like from diameter wise, it would barely fit. And then 10-foot drop. But if y'all want to try, it's up to y'all.
Well, donkeys aren't 6 feet long.
Are they not?
They're probably longer. No, I didn't realize it was those dimensions, so never mind.
I thought they were shorter than horses.
Tall wise, yeah, but length from head to
but they are also shorter that way. But I mean, a horse is like 10 feet.
It's true. It's something y'all could potentially do. It could fit in there, probably not comfortably, but it could fit in there. And remember, you do have 2 mules, Maria and Aurora.
Yeah.
Now you just need a third one named Alice, and you'll have the Aurora Borealis.
So, question: if we put the hole like vertically, then would it be 10 feet like lengthwise and 6 feet tall? Or like no matter how we lie the handkerchief, whether vertically or horizontally, like on the floor, does that change the dimension at all, or is it always a 10-foot drop?
You could do it into a wall. Because it just says surface, it doesn't say floor or anything. So you could do it sideways onto a wall and have like a 10-foot like room.
So then that should be good for the mules then.
We shouldn't put the mules into the hole. That's like putting a goldfish in a teacup.
I mean, we can illuminate like a rock and put in there for, light.
It's still very cramped.
No, I think if it was bigger, I think if it was bigger, I'd be back on board. But no, I
Yeah,
was
I
thinking it
think
was
we
different dimensions for some reason.
I think we should only save that for emergency situations where we think that they won't make it otherwise. You know,
Like on a boat.
like if we were suddenly ambushed by wolves and we didn't feel like we could protect them, we could throw them in there real fast and then take them out. You know?
Or we could just play Toro with the wolves.
What
Mm,
is Toro?
You know, with like the bulls, like the matadors,
No.
they hold up a red like fabric, and then the bulls just like charge towards it. Basically,
Okay.
you're shooting the wolves in the hole.
and then what do we do?
You open it back up after 10 minutes.
He's saying you suffocate them to death.
I think I'd rather just kill them. I think that's more humane.
I would like to use the hole for storage, not for a mule pen or a wolf trap.
I agree with Thicket.
This fun
Yeah, I changed my
fact-
mind. It's not the right dimension.
I'm pretty sure Portable Hole also is the only extra dimensional space option that doesn't have a weight limit. You go check though.
Can I get like a little stick and like make an attachment on my backpack to do the whole like handkerchief and stick aesthetic thing?
You could
Just
find
like have it off of my backpack.
You could
That
find a
would be really
walking
cute.
stick and do. Also, yeah, as from what I look at it, there is no weight limit to put 1,000 pounds of stuff into the portable hole, and as long as it's within the space limit of whatever 6 feet diameter, 10 feet deep cylinder is.
Time to find the most dense object in the world.
Tungsten. Trying to find a tungsten sword or something. Tungsten anvil. A Maverick can have the best anvil.
Wasn't there something? Wasn't there something that we couldn't get from the Lacephine Lamia place?
Yep.
Did she have something that looked?
She had a
ornate or
golden.
something that
She
was
had
heavy?
a
There we go.
gold-plated chandelier that was 300 pounds.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Oh yeah.
Go back and go make money off that, right?
We
Assuming the
could.
townspeople haven't already moved it using things like carts.
That's true.
Also, Maverick is going to talk with Walt and
Where did Claude go?
I'm still
Claude
here.
is with Maverick.
Hey, I heard that. I'm still here.
The wagon.
So could we like Claude has ability to fight, correct?
Do you want a
No.
harness?
I mean, I've just been strapped on the Maverick's leg for a while. I'm feeling pretty good about it.
But I mean, don't you have like, telekinetic?
Yes,
Powers.
but I'm not terribly dangerous, and also time and focus. I had lots of time
What
in that
it-
room. I do have some telekinesis, not enough to really be worth a lot in battle, but I can at least bother people.
Remind me, how big is Claude?
He is
I have an idea.
6 foot radius.
6
I'm
feet?
sorry, 6 foot. Dang, 6-inch diameter red gemstone inlaid into a like inlay around the outside of it.
Thicket's got a light bulb moment and is gonna quickly look around and see, is there any sort of like baby armor or like a little doll?
No, not in this shop. Definitely not in this shop.
Okay. Thicket's
mean,
gonna ask
Uh,
Walt, Do you know where we can get little toy dolls?
Oh. Why do you need toy dolls?
I want to get Claude a body.
Oh. Right, I should be more curious. Why do you have a talking gemstone? My name's Claude. Why do you have a Claude
He didn't want to stay in the door.
in a door?
Yes.
Yeah, we're adventurers. Just move. Just accept it.
Would I purchase him from you? No.
Uh,
I guess.
How much?
excuse
He
me.
said no.
How much?
This is a sentient being.
I mean,
I
sentient magic items are.
lean over to Gambit. It's fine.
Sentient magic items
What?
are, they're not quite ensouled, and it's possible to, even transfer enchantments. They're not quite humans. They're not, or well, not humans, but persons. Primary sense of the thing. Many of them don't even have a soul. Is that the case for you, Claude? I don't care. I like these people. I'm not going. If you put me
Said
in
no.
here, I'm going to shatter every piece of glass you have. All right.
He's very good with sand. He'll make a lot of sand.
Okay. I'm not going to press this anymore. But no, I don't actually know where to buy toys. You could probably find them in the Emerald Plaza. Wander around, ask some of the merchants there.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Is there anything else I can help you all with today?
What else does he have in the shop? I forgot.
Has do. Hey, dagger of warning.
Doug wanted to look at the armor, right?
Does Doug want to? He has a dagger of warning, a parrying dagger of warning specifically, for 106 gold. A gem of brightness for 195 gold. Necklace of adaption for 153. A breastplate of necrotic resistance for 2,720 gold. A vicious chain whip for 123 gold. A bell branch for 357 gold. A runic sickle for 72 gold. And an amulet of restoration for 260. They are in the session planning chat.
I mean, Doug was more concerned about a magic weapon, but the ones in the shop don't really help as far as damage goes.
Vicious
But
chain.
also, he was like,
I think.
he was also just pointing out the fact that the necklace could help in the ambush situation or for the future sea event.
For the future sea event?
Or like the pirates.
Oh.
Because of Garon's vision, all, wanting to go down to the southern area, I guess he's assuming that you may want to go underwater, which is a fair assumption to make. It is D&D.
Yeah, but also, like, a lot of us have magic for that.
Yes, and magic wears off, and then that takes a spell slot from you.
I mean, I don't mind. I can turn into animals. I don't
mean-
always need spells.
Well, yeah, but like all of
I
us
can-
can't.
I don't disagree with Doug. It could be a useful thing to have, but
Or like smog.
I don't know that it will.
Well, if you guys want to buy it, you can. I have the portable hole. That's really all I wanted.
Yeah.
I'm done shopping now.
I mean, I was just saying it could be used in tandem with, but I'm not really looking for anything at the shop at the moment.
Also, did
I was gonna look at the dagger,
Did they get fixed?
but I don't think I can afford it anymore.
Did what?
Did everyone fix their gold purchases?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did minus 120.
Cool.
I'm at 139 now.
Right, you had 200 before. You were saying, Gambit?
I was gonna look at the dagger, but I don't think I can afford it anymore.
A single tear falls down Gambit's cheek.
Mm-hmm.
We can look at the dagger. What does it do?
Do. Varying Dagger of Warning. It is a magical weapon. It's 1d4 piercing damage, has the ensnaring, finesse, light, parry, and prone fighting qualities. This magic weapon warns you of danger. While the weapon is on your person, you have advantage on initiative rolls. In addition, you and any of your companions within 30 feet of you can't be surprised, except when incapacitated by something other than non-magical sleep. The weapon magically awakens you and your companions within range if any of you are sleeping naturally when combat begins.
Ooh.
Fancy. How much is it?
For y'all, 106 gold.
Ooh. Let me see here.
Gambit has 53, so he basically needs someone to match him, and he'd have 8 silver pieces, which is actually slightly more than he started because he came in with 0.
Thicket can pay 70.
Are you sure? Because I don't mind. Yeah.
How about Thicket pays 30 and I pay 30, and then that's only 49 gold for you.
Okay. That sounds good to me. It does have some party beneficial elements to it.
36 is what it would.
Oh,
I think.
I misheard. Sorry.
Well, now I'm doing them.
Right.
So you said 30 from you, 30 from Thicket, 60. So it'd be 46. Okay, because dagger is 106 gold.
Oh, okay, no. All right. For some reason, I heard 109. Sorry about that.
They're fine.
Okay.
I'm confusing
So, yeah.
myself. Is that what y'all want to do?
Now, if Thicket wants to pay more than 30, then I will happily pay less.
Well, I don't want Gambit to have to pay so much. He's so broke. I have
I
a
don't
lot
want him
of
to have to
gold.
I feel so humiliated right now. I'm gonna go cry.
I don't
It's
want him to
okay.
have to pay. He's just a penniless
It's okay, you're
squander.
new. It's okay,
Well-
you're new.
Things will change eventually, and his fortunes will turn as ours continue to do. And this way, he gets to have the bulk majority share of the purchase, as the one who's using it. So I feel like this is the.
Gambit
I feel
can
like
pay
it's fair.
Gambit and Garon can pay the 30, and then Thicket will pay the rest.
Okay.
I mean, I'm fine with that as well. And then Garon puts 3 platinum.
In that case, mark off 46 gold.
Okay.
All right.
I will
Thank you,
throw
Thicket.
Carrying Dagger of Warning in its sheet.
I think
Hey,
this
I
will
helped.
prevent us from being. Thank you, Garan, too, as well. This will. I think it will prevent us from being a little bit robbed, maybe.
Well, it'll keep you from being
Maybe
surprised.
It'll keep us from being surprised.
That means when
And
we're
it's a magic weapon, so I can do 1d4 to.
Grim.
Yeah.
at least this way we won't get caught in the desert, waking up to an ambush.
We will worry less about watches and get more sleep.
Sure, it will auto wake you up. You still won't have your armor. or
Not
anything.
that. Not that Gambit sleeps that much either.
Cool. I'm also going to go ahead and unequip your regular dagger because it's kind of irrelevant with the
Yeah.
parrying dagger.
Mm-hmm.
You still own it. You still have it.
I'm
Okay.
adding the hero point for Gambit.
Okie doke. All right, so you
You
have.
know, as I look over this, sorry, go ahead.
You good? I was just gonna ask what y'all want to next.
Where did
Well,
Walt say that where we could find toys?
In the Emerald Plaza.
Okay.
Who's not far away. His shop is at the edge of the Emerald. It's basically the big open air market.
Okay.
Yes, Chris.
I'll lean over to Doug and say, you know, on second thought, I'm looking at this item, and honestly, if Cedar or Thicket were to wear it, it'd be very useful, as they both tend to heal us quite a bit. We could count on them to keep us alive while they were able to breathe.
What item?
The necklace.
Goran might remember that Thicket got a charm of water breathing from Faisal that doesn't expire.
Yep. They can only use it to cast fire, I believe, water breathing once on himself.
Is it just once?
Let me check. It was
I
either
thought it was
once
3
or
times. Let me see.
It was one or 3. I don't remember. 3 times, but it's only on
3
yourself.
times, yeah. Yeah.
Doesn't get the full 5 creatures or whatever the base spell has.
Yeah, but the way that Necklace of Adaptation reads, you could theoretically breathe, like, on the ground floor of a volcano.
Yep.
I mean, you might not be taking fire damage.
Continue with your
but at least
whispering.
you're not taking...
Continue stage whispering.
So... I mean, I don't know that we're going to come into contact with all those things, though. That's the only problem. It could be something that could be useful, but...
Yeah, I'm okay on holding off until I know, like, we're going after something in the more treacherous terrains.
I think it's a better idea. Just the likelihood is that by the time that we would approach those things, that we might have other options as well anyway. So, but it is good if you know, if I had the extra coin that I felt, you know, I think I would.
So is that a no on the Necklace of Adaptation then?
Correct.
Is there anything else y'all are interested in? Anything else y'all plan to try and buy?
I would like
What's
an
our-
intermission.
Our potion situation looking like?
Potions are pretty... Actually, they're not that low. Y'all never use them.
Yeah.
You have a potion of healing on Cedar. You know, actually, I can search in the party sheet. We're requesting an intermission. Right?
Yes.
Quick one or a long one? Because I was only figuring us for going another 30 or so minutes stopping.
I just need to go to the bathroom. I can mute while you guys are
Yeah, you
doing
can go and come back.
stuff.
Y'all have 1 potion of healing with Cedar. That's it.
Alright, we might see if we could purchase some more somewhere.
Oh, yes.
They have. Does Walt have any suggestions?
He does. The Dream of Water. As he points you across to where the flower shop was that Thicket got the Angel's Tear from. The woman there is an herbalist and she makes potions. Better look there for magical potions and liquids. Not my strong suit. Is that where y'all are going next?
Sure.
Okay, cool. No one was talking, so I just want to make sure. What are y'all doing?
Yeah. Grunt is at least in. I don't think it said wanted to go into the market itself.
All right.
Yeah. I guess we could travel to the market, and then you can just kind of say what's around.
I mean, you're basically walking through it. Y'all are in the main area on the edge of it. So y'all can effectively just walk through the market as you go. I think Maury's. We'll be back in a minute. Will Mark?
I am here.
Oh, see, that was quick. What was Maury looking for? General Emerald. As y'all leave Waltz, forsaking any other items he might have had with him.
Thicket wants to find any sort of like seller that has like dolls or something that look to be kind of lightweight. Where it could be like proportional, I guess, in which Claude's gemstone would be like the head.
That'd actually be a pretty big.
Or it could be like a little disproportional with the body, a little bit smaller. Just something that it looks like Claude could lift.
What if it was in like the torso and like the head still existed, so it would be like a creepy thing.
What?
And instead of replacing the head with a gem, put the gem like in the torso, and so the sound and everything is emanating from the gem. But instead, you have this like little marionette doll or whatever just running around, and it's talking, but its eyes don't move.
That's a good idea
its mouth
too.
doesn't move because it's.
Honestly, it would be just whatever works best in terms of like physics.
Make an investigation check.
Okay. Is anyone else interested in this idea and would want to help?
Gambit will.
Okay.
So while they're doing that, real quick, this efficient quiver that I have, I was trying to add all of my weapons to it, so that way, like, my weight would go down in terms of what
0
I'm.
point. Sorry, that's Gambit. Whoops.
How do I do so?
So the thing you're going to want to do is you can probably copy the word efficient quiver, and then whatever, so I'll do it for the halberd, you would paste it into the location section, and then it should automatically move it underneath, and then in this case, I would just move it. See, you wouldn't do not carried, because then exactly.
I got 18.
Or, well, yeah, you could probably move it to not carried, and then we could tab it into equipped whenever you pull it out. Would be the simplest way, I believe. Alternatively, since it should have the weight on the inside, like on the item's internal system. No, it does not.
I got 18.
18, wonderful. Down. Let's see. What changes the weight here? Interesting. So if an item is in another item and is set to carried or not carried instead of equipped, it just removes the weight entirely. So we can just tab things in and out of carried as necessary. That's okay. Or we can just make a note weigh 5 pounds somewhere on it, and then just change the weight to 0. Whatever you'd like to do if you want to keep them equipped. I'll let you decide and work on that. If you want to keep them equipped, then change the weight to 0, but put them in the efficient quiver location, and put a note somewhere in their name or in the item to make sure we know that it's whatever the weight is. For investigation, a total of 14.
It was 18. I forgot to add the hero point to the modifier.
Okay. Looking around, you do find not a toy maker, but someone who seems to be like a marionette. As you see, they have various hanging of these wooden dolls dressed in styles of clothing, some more minstrel style, some that seem to be almost like very pristine suits, several in dresses, a couple of adventure-looking ones, a couple that look like kind of generic pirates. As you see, these all look like about the size where if you wanted to like remove the head and if you wanted to keep the cord there, you could try and reconnect it to the gemstone, or even try and like using probably wood carver's tools or woodworking tools, like cut out a hole in the chest if you wanted to put Claude in the chest of the item. But you do find these marionettes that are fairly finely made.
Okay.
Whether or not Claude would be able to actually hold himself up on one is a good question.
Claude,
Yes.
do any of these look like something that you could lift?
It's a good question. Micah's going to go check real quick what I can hold. Because Micah doesn't remember off the top of his head how much weight Claude can hold.
I imagine it would be like Mage Hand or something.
That. Yeah, around 5 pounds or so. I could probably hold one of those. It might be a little weird to get used to manipulating it, but I could do.
Awesome. Do you have one? What? Do you see one that you think looks cool?
Oh. Never been a fan of pirates. He looks through them. I'm also wondering what might be the most terrifying for y'all to wake up to in the middle of the night, because I probably
I'm sure
shouldn't
we
have
could
that
get
one.
you attachments or something.
How about this one? It's a little guard one that has a toy spear basically in its hand, a wooden spear connected to its hand.
I'm
Yeah, that one might-
imagining like the little samurai guy from Kubo and the Two Street.
Yeah, that works. Let's go with that one.
Awesome. Okay. Who is the shopkeeper?
You would
would
see
like-
it is this fairly older man with a white mustache and a bit of a beard and white hair. It's older guy wearing an apron, and he is holding a knife as he does seem to be carving his next creation over. Hey,
Hi,
nice to meet you.
I'm Thicket.
Nice to meet you, Thicket.
I was looking at these puppets, and that one over there looks really cool. Do you mind if I buy it?
I like marionettes. They're very neat. You know how to use one. So as it looks back and forth between you. Though you're not that much bigger, I don't know if you could properly use this. Is this for someone else?
Yeah, I have a friend who really likes these kinds of things.
All right. Well, it's very neat. You're very neat. Buying it for someone else. Normally, I charge a gold piece. For you, 8 silver pieces.
Does that sound like he's being reasonable, or is he trying to scam me?
So there are two things with that. First, you could roll an insight check with disadvantage, though, because you have no concept of what things should be worth.
True, but also I am perceptive, or
Yep, that's
I
why
guess
you're gonna get to do it, but with
yes.
disadvantage.
Okay,
It
disadvantage.
would be an insight with disadvantage.
Insight.
Because you're getting the vibe from this old man.
17.
He seems genuine. He seems
Awesome.
just like a nice old guy.
Thicket very enthusiastically hands him the 8.
Perfect. And I will
Was it 8 silver?
It was 8 silver.
Okay.
Normally a gold, but because Thicket is a very likable cat person. It's the halo effect action. See? Bard. Marion. Exactly 5 pounds. Why not?
Nice.
I'm nice to.
Thicket
Right.
excitedly shuffles back to the party and holds it up for everyone to view. Look!
That's terrifying at all.
It's gonna look so cool.
Sure. It's going to look like something that they would make multi-million-dollar franchises out of in the future.
That's $1.
I don't know, kid.
What's a franchise?
Don't ask if you're not ready.
Maverick, can I have Claude?
Can she have you, Claude? Yes. We'll hand over the gemstone.
While we are walking to the potion store, I guess, Thicket's gonna just like strap him to the chest with a rope for the time being.
Make a survival check to see how well you can do this.
My character sheet would open. Okay.
Meanwhile,
Sure.
what are the rest of you looking for in the potion shop? As you stepping in would find a doo-doo. You'd find a doo-doo-doo.
22.
There's a drow woman who appears to be trimming some of the leaves off of a plant. It's about
Plant?
off of a plant. Yep, she has. Stepping
Place.
into this place. You see it as some sort of herbalist shop. On one wall there is a shelf that has various ointments, herbs, soaps, medicines, as well as behind the counter near the back there you do see what appear to be potions. And on the other main side of the room there are a large amount of flowers, herbs, sap. What are they called? Saplings, I guess. And she is trimming some of the leaves off of basically a tiny tree. Hello. Thicket
Again, these are my friends.
Nice to meet you, friends of Thicket. I'm Muriel.
I got a puppet.
You.
That's not terrifying at all.
What I said. I feel so validated right now.
But yes, how can I help you all?
I was pointed in your direction for trying to purchase some potions of healing to various degrees.
Yes, I have.
We helped Walt with his recent loss, and he suggested you, so that makes you trustworthy as well.
Wonderful. Walt's a friend of mine. Our parents knew each other. But yes, I do have some different potions. I have some normal potions of healing. Those run for typically about 50 gold apiece. I've also got 2 potions of greater healing. I have 5 of regular ones. I have 2 potions of greater healing. Those are a bit more on the expensive side. They run for around 300 gold pieces. Are there any other potions you're interested in at the moment, or just the healing ones?
For an herb,
Hmm?
Ed, do you have any catnip?
I unfortunately do not. It doesn't grow terribly well in this climate.
That would make sense.
But further to the north, though I guess you could also head off to the west, but further up to the north, it grows quite well. That, and I believe any druid's able to quite quickly make some quick cultivation. They're quite adept, in my experience. But I don't know of any druids around.
The thing is it's a surprise for a druid, so I can't really ask our druid to make the surprise.
So I didn't think it was a druid. That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have any on me, or know of any in Shis, but yeah, if you head up north, basically anywhere north of the desert, you might be able to find some in the towns.
Okay.
Sorry, I can't be of more help.
No, that's fine. I just wanna, yeah. When I go up north, I will look for some.
For the record, I am definitely going to be looking up rules for drugs whenever this happens.
Well, Gambit's not even sure it's gonna work.
Yeah.
He's just testing testing the limits of Thicket's catness.
Thicket is a cat. But yeah, I mean, it's worth a shot. How normal has he? Yeah, what are y'all looking? Yes.
Doug has a suggestion if that's what you're trying to do, Gambit.
What's your suggestion?
You have, or I have a rope if you want to just tangle it in front of him.
Oh, like make a ball of yarn?
Yeah.
I think I have rope too. But would rope have the same effect as yarn?
It should.
Wait, I have another idea. Next time.
I assume y'all are talking about this quietly and not like directly in front of Thicket, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
we can also just assume that Thicket is very excitedly like securing Claude to the puppet.
Yes.
Hey, next time.
Oh, that hurt. It doesn't really hurt, but still, not too tight.
Also, while we're having this conversation, Doug is putting a lot of things in his efficient quiver because it has a ton of room.
It does.
So
it has a large amount of room.
So my question, I guess, would be, if he has this on his back, he would no longer have to drop weapons, correct? He can just switch them out.
I do have 2 efficient quivers.
I deleted one, I thought.
See if this shouldn't mess anything.
It said I had 3 earlier, and I deleted.
Okay. I fixed it.
Okay.
Yeah. Double check that it can. Yeah, it can hold up to 60 of. So it can hold up to 60 arrows or bolts. So you're underneath that restriction. Mid-size javelins or similar objects will say chain whip. Hand axes would be that. And up to 6 long objects would be the longbow, halberd, great axe. Still, yeah, you've efficiently stored all the things. Yeah.
Well, the shattered memory could go under as big, right?
Yeah. It was a great sword. So you'd still be able to fit that in too.
It was a great sword.
Aha! It is a great. Well, I mean, it's an okay sword. It's y'all's job to make it a great sword again. Make sword great again.
Does he say make shattered memory great again?
Oh, you guys! In the store today, I saw a guy wearing a hat that said "Make America Cry Again," and I was like, "Bold of you to assume that I don't every day."
Goodness. Well, we all know Jocelyn's real name is
Memory is
America.
fixed. Is it just memory?
It has a different name.
America.
I'll fix it. But yeah,
Oh, okay.
it will have a different name and effects if you'll ever fix it. Which is another side quest y'all could go do. Yes, are you looking for anything in particular in this potion shop? You mentioned potions of healing. Those are 50 gold apiece. What else are you looking for?
They're expensive.
Yeah. Potions of healing are, oddly enough, like the only standardized item.
Was it here that I got the books or somewhere
I
else?
need to double check. Is it standard? It is this place you got the books. Is this the place you got the books?
I feel like it was like a gnome man or something that I got the books
Yes,
from.
there was a different spot at the.
Are there aromatics?
Is it aromatics?
Correct.
Yes.
What do they do?
They smell good. If you're talking like drug aromatics, I don't think she has any of those. You have like essential oils and smell good stuff. That's what you're looking for. Is there something you had in mind?
No, I was just thinking of like the artificer like alchemy stuff.
I mean, you could. She would not have alchemist tools here, but she'd be able to point you to someone that does, because there are. She is an herbalist. She'd be able to sell you the tools for an herbalist kit. But for alchemy type stuff, you'd have to look a bit different.
I see. Because Doug is just trying to be more well-rounded in combat.
Looking for poison.
He is looking for more of creative ways to, not poison per se, but like different ways to use his weapon.
Fair.
Hence the, like, I guess, future levels.
Let's go for healing potions. By the way, we're just gonna go. Regular healing is gonna be 50. Greater's 200, and then should I ever find superior or supreme in place, it'll be 2,000 and 20,000. What was that question, Doug? Sorry.
There wasn't.
Okay. Just thinking about things you can do. All right. All right. So, what are y'all thinking?
I would like to ask her if she has books or knows of any other place besides the other bookstore that sells books.
What kind of books are you looking for?
I want something that talks about like gods or spirits or something. I think that would be really interesting to read about.
If you're talking about religious things, you could potentially check out the church. We have a Church of the Gods in town. They might have some books you could. Most religious texts tend to end up in the various churches throughout Vacuo. So you could potentially try there if you're looking for something of the religious nature.
Okay. Do you have anything? Does she have books like in general here, like at all?
I'm sorry, I don't.
Okay.
I guess you could. I'd prefer not to part with it, but if you had a big enough number, I guess you could purchase my old herbalist textbook.
No, that's okay.
Good, because I'd rather not sell that.
Yeah, you keep that. That's yours.
Honestly, I don't know how much you have to pay me. It was a gift from my mom, and it's patience in it, so I don't know that I.
That would be very priceless.
Oh.
I'm looking for like books to maybe about the moon as well.
Moon. Unless they're about lycanthropy, there's nothing I think of. There aren't a ton of myths about the moon, except those having to do with werewolves and the like. Is there a particular thing that sparked the interest?
I just had a dream about the moon. I think it would be cool to like read,
Research.
maybe see if it means something. I don't know.
Hope you find what you're looking for. But there's nothing I know of here. It's not really my forte.
All right, well, thank you. I think it goes back to securing Claude to the puppet.
Is there anything I can do for all of you? I'm taking a look around. Is there anything that's catching your eye? I have some potions of fire resistance if you need to get in scraps with the magically inclined. Or you want to running into a burning building, but that's not something I recommend.
Hello.
Right, just let me know if you need anything. That's actually some sorting I have to do with some of my materials. We'll go back behind the counter and start and grab a box full of various vials of powdered something. We'll start trying to order.
Did everyone die?
I don't know. I haven't heard anyone talk in a minute. Oh, are y'all alive?
You guys are the ones who wanted to shop here.
Chris, I know Chris was wondering if it's necessary to get potions.
Yeah, honestly, I was thinking of it in terms of, it's still so strange getting used to a group that I can rely on, and that we work well together and so forth, and everyone's quite capable. So, it could be useful to have extras, but I don't know. We haven't really needed them, so. I like to be prepared.
But we haven't really needed
it. You never need them until someone's dead.
Well, that's dark.
Yeah. Gambit gets a really far out look and is like, "That's just how the world works, buddy." But you can tell he's just trying to put on a show. He's not actually that traumatized.
I don't think that's how potions work, though.
That's true. If someone's dead, you can't really feed them, right?
But they can stop you from dying.
That's true. Well,
doesn't Cedar stop us from dying? Doesn't she have that one spell?
I do my best. Sometimes. Plus, Garon, you and Thicke can heal too, right?
That's what I mean, we may be alright. We have one. I guess we could always just have, one as an emergency. Okay, let's go ahead and make sure that we always have one. Right.
Should it be on one of the healers then, or should we
I'm sorry if we wasted your time.
That's alright.
Do you want to hold the potion, Garand?
Well, I was thinking...
No,
maybe someone who can't heal should hold it. The goal is to pick up someone
Should Gambit hold it? He
probably.
He tends to need heals a lot. Sorry, Gambit.
No, it's alright.
Yeah, you are a bit of a lightweight.
I am...
Listen, Gambit's fantastic, alright? Let's stop talking about how poor and how much of a lightweight he is, alright?
I mean, was carried by the wind, so
That's true.
Yep.
Someone did say that at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Sure,
I
I'll take
always
the...
have healing word prepared, so we don't need a ton of healing potions.
Okay.
As you all step out of the herbalist shop, the warm but very windy, it seems to be there's a fairly cool wind, cooling down from the sun. This wind coming from the south over the sea, brushing over the town. There's a bit of sand being picked up, but not enough to cause a sandstorm. So you imagine if you were deep into the wild, per se, it would potentially get a little bit hard to see. The cool air moves over you all. I guess generally, what as a whole, we kind of end off the session for the next probably a couple minutes for y'all to decide what you might be thinking about. What would the group like to do next?
Pickett wants to see if Claude can use his body.
So
I have no strings to hold me down. He starts singing.
yeah, he starts singing. Ghost on me. Just turns into Ultron. That's the end game.
Oh no.
Is
Oh no.
Claude's gonna have an Ultron suit by the end of this campaign.
Make
Never.
Mecha Claude.
Mecha. I am the Lunar
Turns out
Archon.
Claude is really our BBEG. We've been helping him the whole way.
Yep. So he is able to move around. The handle on the puppet, like on the marionette, the strings do seem to be like dragging behind him. But it's... How much have y'all seen or heard of about the Poppy Playtime games?
I've not actually seen what
Yeah.
gameplay of it, but I do know like the cover art of it.
It's okay. So the movements
Seen
are
clips
very
from
floppy.
Markiplier.
Movements are very floppy and sudden and kind of unnatural looking. So it's very slight nightmare fuel, but he can move it. Is it working? How do I look? Dashing, I hope.
You look very scary, in a good way.
I'll take what I can get.
We
I
should
don't know.
probably cut off the strings though.
Please.
I don't know. Pickett does have a knife. He has a scimitar.
Yeah. I mean, even if you didn't have a dagger, someone in the party has several. Easily cut the
Gambit.
strings off. Can't say it feels that much different, to be entirely honest, but I like it. The heck, I'm like lean back. He doesn't even realize it from where he is strapped to the chest. Yeah, this could work.
It
So-
might be a little bit lighter and a little bit easier to control if we like make room for you to actually like rest on it on either like the head or the chest or something. But
Yeah.
for now, being strapped to it works.
Yep, and he basically like jumps, but then whoop, almost like floats upward, landing on top of Maverick's backpack. Just so I can see better from up here. That, and also I don't want to walk around the whole time. Exhausting to move things with your mind, you know?
you know, I could Doug could use the mimic goo and just have him in the head position.
Is Mimic goo acidic?
No.
Maybe. Something to think about. But we can't do that until you... And he bonks the head. Until you take the head off anyway.
Doug takes off the head of the doll.
Like, how are you going to cut it off? Because it does seem to be connected to the rest of the body with various strings that tie it together to the wood, to the pieces of wood.
He uses his
Well, no, don't take off the head yet. We don't know if it would be better if he stays in the chest. It might be top heavy if he stays in the head.
That's true. This is fine for how it is for now.
Well,
That's
if he's on the chest, then isn't it forward heavy? So he'll keep like falling towards the ground.
Well, if we make a little like resting place on his chest, then it'll be more balanced. But for now, we don't have that yet. We'll have to like carve a bit.
Yeah, something to deal with later. What's next, friends? Go do
We
this.
have so many NPCs with us now.
I know. I honestly can't keep track of them. Like I keep forgetting about Jackie, and I think that
Yeah.
that little jackal thing is adorable. So.
A jackal runs around Gron's legs, chases around
And-
Claude. Like, wait, no, we're not playing fetch. As he starts to like jump up and move away from Jackie as she begins to chase after the marionette.
Does the marionette have a little baby sword?
It has a baby
Like a-
spear.
That's so cute.
Okay, our next objective is to get Claude to use that wooden spear as a weapon.
Then to attach a laser. And
Or,
then put him on
Doug-
a bigger thing.
And
Keep
then give him a
upscaling
gnosis.
Just keep upscaling it until you've got a Gundam.
I was about to say Doug could use his artisan, or what's it called? His where is it go? Where is it at? Isn't it in abilities? Oh yeah, his cunning artisan to, I guess chip off part of the, like, basically put a hole into the hand so he can like put a weapon in there later.
Yeah, y'all could definitely work on it between Maverick's skills, Doug's bit of a capability at woodworking. Y'all could definitely change up some stuff. Start modding him.
You know, if Claude was on Thicket's head, and then Thicket was on Doug's shoulders, then we could basically be like a 3-person giant and attack all at once.
Sure.
Power Rangers, assemble.
You know, for that 10-foot acid monster.
Oh yeah. If you ever fight a Minotaur again.
Probably be around the same height too.
The Centaur's pretty tall. Then again, stacking multiple of you on top of each other could get pretty high. Yeah, what would the party like to do in general? I don't know where you're proceeding to next.
Find out next time
I mean,
on
if we...
Remnant Lunar Archon, session 27.
We
maybe we should all like throw out our initial ideas, and then maybe next time we talk about we try to like actually RP like discussing which way we want to go.
Yeah, throw out your ideas. What are y'all thinking?
I personally vote getting out of this area and exploring
me too.
Ticket would like to do a quick pit stop at the church just to see if they have books.
Okay, so like maybe we leave in the morning, and then like this afternoon and this evening and stuff we'll do at last minute. Anything else, church or otherwise?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Alright, so y'all are planning to leave Vacuo. What direction are you going?
Well, we're not necessarily leaving.
Oh, I'm sorry, not Vacuo, leaving Schist. Don't leave Vacuo, at least not yet. You're gonna leave Vacuo, give me warning.
Don't leave yet. We haven't gotten to that update.
Yeah. That continent has not been prepared yet. That continent being any continent other than Vacuo.
How about we explore this area later?
I mean, we could go to the city where the sister's kidnapped, or we can go to the place that had the library for the other two sword locations.
What kidnapping?
Doug could, or we could go to that one place that they know about the
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 like
white-
smuggling thing.
iron.
It was Sheer or Coral, one of those that had the girl may or may not be in on the whole business.
Yeah.
Sheer
That
is
too?
the
But she
location.
may be being held.
Ulrich's sister is in presumably. I believe that is where Ulrich's sister is.
I mean, we could kind of make a circle if we wanted to do that. If we're at Schist, go towards Sheer, then up to Vane, and then to Vacuo, Basalt, come back down to, is it Nace?
Nice, yeah.
And then back to Schist if there's no other in-betweens.
I'm good with that. I'm
Yeah.
good with anything, honestly.
Sounds good to me.
It'll be interesting to go back, and we can go back to Feldspar and see how our friend in the water is doing. And we can go back to Miocene and see how the young lord there with did things turn out okay with the kobolds? Have they turned to a union? You know.
And then
Alright.
all the more while, Doug was taking notes earlier on this creative. How did you phrase it, Goran? About the
creative truth telling.
yeah, Doug could practice creative truth telling.
This could go really, really well, or really badly.
This is kind of y'all's intended path.
Yeah, I will say I'm gonna see if I can convince Gambit and maybe Thicket, if they want to try like one night of like keeping the streets clean, because I'm gonna get all the warrants from the guy the afternoon, and so maybe we can go find someone to turn another warrant in.
Get some more money. Become bounty hunters.
Something like that, you know. I mean,
Messengers
just be
in the
known that
bounty
like,
carrot.
oh man, the message.
Bounty hunter era.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The hunted
Oh,
has
wow, we're moving
become the
fast.
hunter.
Got a long way to go. Alright, well now I know what to prepare for. Potentially some bounty hunting here before you leave. Doesn't sound like you're trying to go full drug smuggle den stuff. We'll leave that for later. Are y'all gonna... Well, I mean, I guess we'll decide that when we get there, because who knows how much will change by the time y'all get to Vane. Yeah. That's all the case. I think that is where we are going to end the session, because it's now around at 10 o'clock. I know Jack has to leave pretty soon. And Mora is tired. So that is where we're going to end our main session, as the party prepares, throws out some ideas, and potentially what they're going to do next. A tentative plan that does not include a runic sickle, or any of the other items y'all chose not to buy. Which is fun for me, because I was super curious. Because now, when I was making it, I was like, I'm just going to pick a bunch of things that could be fun and useful, and then see what they go for. You know? I'm a little surprised y'all all were like, portable hole. Now. As we pull back from the party as the camera floats up into the sky, looking off into the distance. Storm clouds.
And a distant boomerang.
Boomerang flies past because clearly one of the guards couldn't help themselves. Because y'all did turn in the boomerang, but now it's gone for an indeterminate amount of time. And that is where we're going
It's gonna
to end
be
this
like
session.
getting married or something.
3 years have gone by.
Mazel tov. Whack!
Bonk.
Starts his marriage in a coma. Oh no.
God damn, man. He's like, he manages to like, Adam gets promoted and then he gets promoted to guard captain. He's getting the thing put on him. Bonk! Getting the star or whatever.
Fun fact, I have been hit in the head by a boomerang.
I've been hit in the head by many things. Sports were never nice to me. It's all the sports' fault. Definitely not the people.
It
I was
was a
playing with.
wooden boomerang.
Oh,
My cousin threw it at me. Not at me, but we were young and dumb.
Story of my life. I'm also curious. So it said from the path I drew, just for curiosity's sake, path I drew said it was 560 feet, but it counts 5 per square. Each one of those is a day travel, so what, 112? So it would take about 4 months to do that path that y'all just showed without taking any long breaks.
Wait, what path are we going?
The one that y'all talked about. Whether or not y'all actually do it, y'all can do whatever you want. But the path y'all talked about was like, and
I'm assuming technology is going to evolve pretty quickly, right? And we can just teleport from place to place.
I mean, if your levels evolve quickly enough, maybe.
Speaking of, looks like we're each going to get about 433 XP.
Yeah. Speaking of experience, let's go ahead and mark that off for the evening.
Funny.
It's probably fine if I just give you. Probably. I could move it down to just 2,000. What do y'all think? Or should I do the full 2,600?
We get friendship XP from giving Claude a body.
All right, I'll.
Yeah, that's worth 4,000
No.
right there. So definitely hit the 3,000 mark.
Nah, you got the extra 600 from being nice to Claude and buying stuff from Walt. All right, each of you get 433, except for Garant, who gets 435 for some reason. Still don't know its logic. I guess it like keeps giving. I don't know why it keeps swapping between giving you slightly less and slightly more. I'm sure there's an algorithm or something. But
yeah.
That brings y'all just a little bit closer, which I think puts the whole party at roughly 1,500 XP apiece from getting level 5. Means y'all might get level 5 before y'all get to Sheer. Would be neat.
And then there was 600 XP each for getting Gambit the dagger correct.
And then another 1,200 apiece for talking to Muriel.
And then, not to mention, we all pitched in for the portal.
True. That's some more friendship XP right there.
Friendship is magic.
Well,
and
now
that
you're level
magic
20.
is a portable hole.
But I'll go ahead and end the recording for the night. Anyone who wants to stay and hang out and talk, thank you for coming. Whoever chose to watch. Looks like the recording's going to be around around 2 hours, I think. Still a good session. I'm glad we got to play, even if it was a little bit funky at times. Thank you, everyone who came. Good night, YouTube. Goodbye, YouTube.
Bye.
I think that was the greatest idea I've ever had to get